right, folks, so if you've seen my last Dewalt chainsaw video, you realize that I bought this new last year. This is the 16-inch bar, and it's the, I want to say it's the mid-level model of the Dewalt. It should be the mid-level model. There's a 12-inch, there's a 16-inch, and then there's an 18-inch bar that Dewalt offers in battery power. So I just want to go over my pros and cons here of my 1-year ownership of this saw. You know, it's a brushless saw. You do get a really nice and expensive battery with the saw here. It's a 9 amp battery. Battery performance on this is not great. I'm just gonna put it that way, depending on what you're doing. And I have this saw as my backup saw, you know, to my steel here, and it seems to work really good as a backup. But if you're trying to, you know, cut up a tree this size or anything, you won't be able to do it. It's got the power, it just doesn't have the battery power. This has got a full charge now. If I was able to, you know, come back and do a cut like I just did with the steel, I would maybe be able to get 3 to 4 cuts out of this Dewalt before the battery was dead. So what I primarily use this Dewalt for is just limbing. You know, I've got different limbs that I need to do. It's really quiet. Really quiet. It's electric, it's battery powered, so just similar to like a battery powered golf cart or a car. It's effortless power, this thing, except when it gets to low battery. You could literally stick this in the log and it won't bog down. You know, you don't have to worry about power like you do with a gas saw. So cons for me, and you know, I didn't know this when I bought it. The cons are the battery power. The cons are the bar size. You know, I thought 16-inch was going to be big enough for what I have to do, but I guess if you're using battery power as a con, then you're not going to be cutting down any trees with this. This is more of an auxiliary saw that you can make cuts with when you're cutting down trees. You necessarily can't notch the tree or anything like that. And its relative blade size here, I would say, is a con as well. You know, this could be wider. I would like to see it wider, but then again, then they make a more expensive option here to get the 18-inch saw. But you know, some pros about it: it's lightweight. You know, the battery weighs a lot, but it's lightweight. It's easy maneuverable. You don't think when you use it. It's easy to turn on. It's effortless power. I mean, the pros are great here. It just depends if you know, you're doing residential work, this is great. If this is an auxiliary saw, as to my situation, then this saw is great. So it just depends what you need it for, and essentially what you're going to use it for. But for me, I found a happy medium with it. You know, I'm able to use this as an auxiliary saw. I've got a lot of branches I need to cut up over the course of the next few days, and you know, I've liked that. But just to give an example, I'm not going to saw this tree up here because, like I said, I don't want to use a battery. But you could see how easy this cuts into the wood. If I wanted to, I could cut this up right now. You know what? Maybe I might. Never gets bogged down. I'm putting all my might on this right now. It doesn't get bogged down. So, just to put that into perspective here, how easy this cut is here that I just made. Boom. It's almost done. So, just to put that into perspective, something like that though, off of a full charge, something like that drains the battery down, if you can see, down to 2 bars. So just by doing a cut like that on a larger piece of wood, my battery's already down to 2 bars. So that's a major con, major con. And the problem is these batteries here are like $250 plus a piece, depending on when you buy them. So to justify spending $370 on this saw if it's not on sale, and then to spend another $250 plus for batteries. So you're looking at basically $650 after tax for 2 batteries and a saw. I could have 2 of these gas-powered saws for $650 after tax. To put that into perspective. Otherwise, if you're just buying this as an auxiliary saw, try to find it on sale. It works great. 1 year usage of it. I use this literally almost every day out here, cutting up trees, sticks, branches, whatever. It's gorgeous. It works perfect. I have no complaints, really.